to Create-a-Kite. My name is Miss Kendall and I work at the Wayne County Public Library, and today I will be showing you how to create your own kite for the Create-a-Kite program here in the Children's Department. Registration begins June 1st and it ends June 8th, and during that time you can come and pick up your kit anytime at all at the Children's Department, or if you'd like to pick it up through our drive-through window, you can absolutely call and we can get that set up. So once as you pick up your kit with all of the supplies, you can then watch me today and see how to put together all the supplies to create your own kite. But if you're not able to pick up a kit, that's okay. I'm totally going to show you how to create a kite out of things around your house. So if you do pick up a kit, inside you will have two different wooden skewers. One's going to be larger and one's going to be smaller. Your skewers in your Create-a-Kite kit will be 10 inches and then 15 inches long. But for today's example, I'm just using some little smaller ones I happen to have handy. You will also get some string. You'll also get this little sheet of paper that's already been cut for you into the typical kite shape, but I will show you guys how to do that in case you are not able to pick up a kit. You'll also get a little cardboard tube to help keep your string nice in place when you're flying your kite. And you'll also get some decorations. For today I'm using just some yarn for decorations, but inside your kit you'll get stickers, streamers, and other cool fun things to make your kite stand out. The things that will not be in your kit you can easily find around your house, such as a ruler or something straight to measure with, some tape or any kind of glue, something to write with. I have a color pencil and a normal pencil with me today, scissors, and if you're not able to pick up a kit, you'll need some form of paper. I'm just using some scrap green paper that I have with me today. So of course, the first part of putting together your kite is to create the wooden cross that goes in the middle. So with that, you're going to take your larger stick, and you're going to measure, not in the middle will be right here. We're going to go a little bit above the middle with the smaller stick, so it looks like that. And we're actually going to tie those together. Now I bet you're wondering, how are we going to tie that together to keep them in place? Well, we're going to take just a little bit of string, not a lot, just a little bit. Cut that off. And you may need an adult to help you with this part because it is a little bit tricky, but you're going to try and hold them in place. And you're actually going to wrap the string around the middle, come over, and then over again like that, up and over. And basically you're just going to try and knot all the sides around with your string. Try to keep it as tight as you can. Again, if you need an adult to help you with this part, that's perfectly fine. This part can be pretty tricky. It does take a little bit of finagle in here. Try and get it nice and tight together. So basically you're just going to make a big knot in the middle with all your string and just wrap them around each other. And then we're going to make a knot. Try and hold those sticks together. There we go. Make a second knot so the sticks stay in place nicely. Okay, and then we can trim off all the extra string. Adjust it just a little bit so then it looks like that. And then what I like to do at this point is just put a little bit of glue on top of the string right in the middle. That way, so then when the glue dries, all your strings will be nicely together. A little dot over top of the string. There we go. Make sure it's nice and adjusted. All right, the next part that we have to do is take another piece of string and sort of create a very long diamond shape with the string. So we're going to connect this part of the skewer to this part, then this part to this part, the bottom to the middle, and then the middle. So we're going to connect all those together with one piece of string. Seems a little tricky, but I'll show you how to do it. So the first thing we're going to do is take our scissors, and we're not going to cut all the way through. We're just going to press down very gently to create a sort of divot. a nice little section for our string to set in. So we're going to do that to all parts of our skewers on all ends here. Just like that. And then we're going to take one end of the string, and we're going to tie a knot at the very end of the top part of our cross here. There we go. I'm going to tie it again here so it's nice and secured. There we go. Give it a little trim. Okay. So we're going to take the string that's still connected, and that's okay. Take it and loop it once, twice, 3 times. Take it down. Make sure you're holding it pretty tight. Once, twice, 3 times, and a 4th time so it's nice and secure at the bottom. Bring it up. There we go. It's a little bit tricky. We got to do it once, twice, 3 times. And we're back at the beginning. So now that we're back at the beginning, I'm going to give some length on my string here and cut it to about right here. Do it once, twice, 3 times. And then I'm going to tie it in a knot. There we go. It can be a little tricky. That's okay. Just take your time. There's no rush at all on how long it takes for you to make your kite. There we go. I'm going to do one more knot so it's nice and secured. There we go. Alrighty. So I'm going to trim that little piece of string. So now all your little skewers are connected by one piece of string to make a very long diamond shape. And what I like to do at the ends, I take just a little bit of tape, like a very, very skinny piece, and I like to wrap it around the little ends that we have of the string. That way so they're still nice and secure, even with a knot already. There we go. And I'm just going to put a piece of tape on all those ends that we have the string. That way it's nice and secure and safe. There we go. So all of our strings are nice and in place. Now we get to create the paper background. So to do that, when you get your kit, you will have a piece that's already cut out for you. And all you have to do for that is place it right in the middle. Obviously, this is way too big, but with your pieces of wood that you get in your kit that you've already connected together, will fit in the middle right there, and then you're ready for the next step. But if you're making your own at home with no kit, just take your little wooden cross long diamond shape that you created and take any paper that is a little bit bigger than what you've created. And you can set it in the middle if you'd like. There we go. And I'm going to take a ruler and I'm going to measure an inch out from our shape. So if this is our shape, we're going to go an inch out. It's about like right here on our paper. So I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to mark an inch all the way around here. I'm going to use a lighter color so I can see. Here's an inch. Here's an inch. I'm just going to do that for all sides of our little shape we did. I'm just making like a little hash mark because now we're going to draw a diamond around our wooden skewer diamond we made. So right along that hash mark we made. Just make some rough lines that are all the way around here. There we go. Do it for the top. If you don't have a ruler, you don't need to worry about trying to be perfect. You can just kind of roughly draw a bigger shape around your diamond. And then once you do that, it may be hard to see on camera, but we have a diamond shape right here and we're going to actually cut that out now. So I'm going to take my scissors here and just cut that shape out that we created. Whoops. All right, there's one side. And again, if you pick up your kit here at the Children's Department after you register to get one, this part will already be done for you, so you don't have to worry about it. But if you're at home, again, you can create your own little paper background for your kite. So I'm going to save this and I can use it for another craft later on. So we have our diamond shape. So at this point, regardless if you have a kit or if you're just making one at home, the next part is always the same. We're going to take our shape and put it right in the middle of the diamond we just cut out. There we go. Make sure it fits nicely. And I'm actually going to fold the bottom part up, make like a little crease. And I'm going to tape it so it stays secure here. Just like that. Ooh. Now I'm going to do the top part. Again, I'm going to fold that little piece down, just like that. And I'm going to tape it. Now I'm going to break out the glue stick. Now we have to fold the sides inward. So you don't have to use a glue stick. If you want to keep using tape, that's perfectly okay, but I'm going to make a little fold here. I almost forgot the other sides. Got to tape down our other sides here real quick before we do some gluing here. There we go. I almost forgot. So don't forget to do both the top and the bottom, but also the sides. So your shape's going to look a little funky, but that's okay. Now we're ready for the gluing. So we're going to take one side and glue it upward enough that we protect our string here. Just going to put some glue down. Hold it for a couple seconds. Go, and then I'm going to flip it around and do the other side. There we go. Make a little fold and put some glue down. There we go. If you have any pieces that are sticking up, you can always re-glue them, or you can just use some tape. That's perfectly okay too. Now we're going to do the other side. So again, make a fold, crease it a little bit, put some glue down or tape. I'm going to add just a little bit of tape to protect it. And the final side, again, fold it in, crease it, add some glue. There we go. Now I do have some little pieces that are sticking up. That's okay. I'm just going to add a little bit of tape. There we go. So now all of our sides are nicely folded in, taped and glued and secured down, and then the other side looks like your very classic looking kite. Now we have to add our final string. So for this part, we are going to take our string and we're actually going to cut a little section out of it. Not too long of a section, but you want enough that you can tie. We're going to do that again. Cut a nice little piece off. So with one of the strings, we're actually going to tie one end here, and then we're going to tie another end here. Just enough that we can actually let it kind of hang loose a little bit. So let me show you what I mean. We're going to take our string, gently stick it under the one end of that skewer, and we're just going to make a knot here. Oops, here we go. Tie a second knot there so it's nice and secured, and we can trim the end. And then take the other side, and we're going to tie it right here. So again, we're going to loop it under, and we're going to let some of that string hang So that can go like that. We're going to tie it, make a knot. There we go. Trim the end. So once you've tied your string, you should be able to kind of go like that and kind of hang on to it right along the middle there. With our second string, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to tie one end to this little section here and the other end of the string to right about here on your kite. So same method as before, we're going to stick it under that little first part up at the top of the skewer. And we're going to give it a little tie. There we go. So it should look like that. And now we're going to tie it on the bottom end of the skewer. So again, lift it under. There we go. Tie a knot. If it moves around a little bit, your string, that's okay. You can always secure it in place, either tying a second tight knot or just putting a little glue down. But it should look something like this. So we have the string tied to this skewer, the string tied to this skewer, and now we're going to add our third and final knot string. So for this one, you're going to need a lot of string. You'll get this in your kit, but if not, you can just use like normal yarn and whatnot. Just make sure you have about arm's length like that. Give it a little snip. And we're going to actually tie our two strings that we have on our kite already together in the middle. So you can hang it loose a little bit. And you can grab onto where they sort of meet. So right about here. And we're going to take our string that's really long and we're going to connect the two. So you can loop it under both of them like that so they sort of hold on to those strings there. Give it a knot. There we go. And you can trim the extra if you want. And there you go. You can fly it around like this if you want, or a lot of kites have a little section where you can actually hold onto your string. So you can use your little cardboard tube. You can get these on a toilet paper roll or a paper towel roll. And we're just going to take one end and tape it down and then roll it up. So when you're flying your kite, you don't have to hold on to the string. You can just make sure it's nice in there. And also if your kite gets away from you and starts to fly away from you, it has something heavy to sort of weigh it down. So at this point, your kite is complete. But if you want to add on some extra little decorations, you can always put some cool little streamers or strings right at the bottom. That's what I'm going to do. I've got some really cool color changing yarn here that I'm just going to put right at the bottom. So that when my kite flies around, it's got some cool colors running off of it. But you can decorate your kite with anything really. You can draw on it, you can color it with colored pencils or markers or crayons. You can decorate it with stickers. You really can do anything you want. If you pick up your kit from the library, again, you have to register for it. You will get a lot of different decorations. You'll get strings, streamers, stickers. We're going to add a lot of cool decorations, but that is how you make your kite. Now it's ready to go outside and fly, but make sure you pick a really windy day so then this can really pick up speed. Again, if you'd like to participate in the Create-a-Kite program and you can get a kit, all you have to do is register on our website. Again, registration begins June 1st and it ends June 8th. And all during that time, you can pick up the kits that you register for. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Create-a-Kite tutorial, and I will see you guys next time.